Next game, we got a big one, Raw versus Generals. And they're practically, because of the Browns' loss, they're practically battling for first place right now.
And because of the Browns, now the whole Eastern Conference is all up in the air. Anybody can take it, and now you're going to see more competition against other teams to see who takes the final spot on first place, because it's all up for grabs right now.
But I think the East is pretty even, so if you have Raw in first or Generals in first and IOD in fourth, I don't really think it matters to them teams. I think it's more tougher in the West, so we're going to have to see how this goes. We're going to talk to Dawn and see who's missing.
For Raw, Macho was already reported as injured, will not be here for this game. Mestre will play for Raw in his place. For Generals, everyone is present and accounted for. Back to you, Jay.
We all know, unfortunately, Macho had the situation. He should be done for the season, but he also said he's recovering real fast. So he may not play this season, but we probably see him out there actually on the field watching the games, which is great to hear. We wish Macho a speedy recovery. And on the other side, everybody else is here, but we have Cal warming up. Bito's on the sideline. That's not a good look. What's going on? They signed Bito to play. Cal's supposed to be done for the season, but they got Cal warming up. I smell conspiracy. What the hell is going on?
It's definitely something.
What's going on?
And nobody's talking. Nobody's saying nothing. You said a lot of guys on the sideline was no commenting, like they didn't have anything to say. So hopefully we can open up the situation and find out exactly what the reason is. Is it because of something that happened on another league? Are they done with Pito? Who knows? Because Kyle's supposed to be injured, and yet this is the second game that he was able to play this season with Pito not quarterbacking. So we got to know there must be something going on. We just haven't hit the nail on what.
I'm going to hope to get an interview from Coach Jose next week on the field. Based on the outcome of this game, hopefully I can get an interview with him and see what's going on. Well, let's jump right into the game. You're going to have Casey throw a nice pass to Joel in the gap. And Casey's going to hand it off to Joel, who runs it in for the touchdown, 7-0. Joel's an all-star. This guy's been killing the league. He gets the ball in space. He makes moves. He makes guys miss. He finds the end zone. Great play here by Joel. 7-0.
And he's been the main guy in this league that's been doing it on the ground. Not only as receptions goes on passes, but he's been doing it on the ground, on the rush, on running plays. His team has been picking up big blocks. He's able to get moves in space, like you said. He's able to run it in for points. He's been doing it better than anybody else this season. And it looks like a big year for Joel.
Next series, like I said, we've seen Cal warming up and Bito on the sideline. We're going to try to get an interview next week about that. Kyle's going to start it off with a nice pass to Rob in the gap. And then we're going to have to give a knocking away on fourth down pass, turning the ball over, giving the ball to Generals, giving the ball to Raw. Great play. Cal does not look like Cal of last year. Gets his ball knocked down.
And obviously you see, because he's injured, he's even less mobile than he is.
And he's not really a mobile quarterback.
No, so to have him injured is even worse. That shows that he's not going anywhere. So now that's a free run for the giver to actually go and make a play. He makes a play where he knocks down the ball. Big play for Raw.
Casey's going to hand it off again. He's going to get the ball now. He's going to hand it up to Joel again, who has a nice run with blocking all the way from his own 20, all the way to the 1-yard line. Great run by Joel. And the next play, they're going to find my big man, Milt, for the touchdown. 14-0. Raw is getting it rolling.
And the Generals have no way of answering right now. Their offense isn't clicking. They were stopped on the first drive that they was given. And now Raw's taking every opportunity to put points on the board. This is their second opportunity to put points again. Now they up 14-0.
Cal's going to throw a short pass to Julio for the first down, but Bobby's going to get a big hit here. They say the UFL ain't physical. Look at this right here. That looks physical to me.
And we've been seeing a lot of that this season. So for anybody that says that this league is not as tough as any others, you see right here that our guys play. They play hard. Bobby with a nice hit, showing that every pass you get, you got to earn when he's there.
Kyle's going to throw a short pass to Cecil to get them to the 20-yard line. But the Generals are going to get stopped on fourth down and turn the ball over, giving it back to the Generals. We're going to see 2 times, Cal has the ball, he's going to drive and get stopped. Why is Pito not throwing? Cal's not 100%, but they rather go with a 50% Cal than 100% Pito. What is that saying?
There must be a reason why. There must be a good reason why, but right now, it doesn't make no sense to have a quarterback that's not able to move the ball. So it doesn't look good no matter what answer you give. It's just not looking good for their team. They're not able to put points on the board. They need to figure something out.
Casey's gonna have a nice run on 4 rush for a nice game, and then Casey's gonna go for the first down, throw it into Ruben, but he's gonna be picked off by Sesso, taking the 6.5, 14-0. Sesso's 7th interception of the year. Sesso's been playing great, trying to get that defensive player of the year, and he's pretty much locking it up for himself.
And there's nobody catching up to him when it comes to interceptions. He's been running this defense pretty much this year. Julio kind of took a little back seat this year. Sesso stepped up. He's playing huge. And 7 interceptions. What else can you say about that?
First half, we didn't see no offense from Generals. I think they should put Pito in. Cal is not ready. They should sit him down for the rest of the year. You're taking a chance. And on the other side, Casey's doing what he does. Dink and duck. Get the ball to his receivers in space. Don't turn the ball over other than the last one he just did. And he's playing very well the way he's supposed to play to get the team a win.
And it looks like even though they lost one of their main guys on offense on their team anyway, Macho, it seems like they didn't slow down at all. Joel is able to step up and make plays on the ground and in the air. He has 2 big rushes, 1 for a touchdown, 1 running past more than half the field. So these are guys stepping up. Their offense is moving, their defense is playing the way they're supposed to. This looks like a team that's going to run through the whole season and play well.
And the league has allowed them to add Menstre to their team. They got rid of, because Macho got hurt, and the way he got hurt, the league granted them the ability to add on a guy. They added on him. This guy won a championship. He has several championships, but he just won a championship with the U in 718 and in Friday Night Lights. The guy has experience. He's a big player. I think he gives him a little bit. He's a little better player than Macho because he can do it on both sides of the ball. But he's definitely an offensive weapon. Got as good as hands as Macho. His route running he's a great route runner. I think Macho's better in the slot. He finds the ball a little better than Menstre, but this guy can beat any corner, any safety, and that's a big addition. Great way to give Casey a weapon. So that's going to take us into the half. Second half, Kyler's going to throw the ball deep to Joe, and Joe's going to drop the ball, causing the Generals to bunt. I seen Joe catch his ball in his sleep. He's been killing the league so far this year, and you're going to see Cal finally make a throw, and the team did not help him on it.
And this is one thing that you don't need. When you have a quarterback that's struggling, you do not need one of your best receivers in Joe missing or dropping a deep pass for a touchdown. This is the play that they needed to get on the board, and they didn't make it. Sometimes you don't get this many chances. They got one here, and they come up short.
Kyle's going to get the ball back because Raw's going to have to punt. Kyle's going to get blitzed and sacked by Dre. Big sack by Dre. Dre's just got back a few weeks ago, and he's turning it up already. Kyle's going to get sacked again, this time by Al. Cal can't move. So on that 4 rush, when that blitz comes, he has problems. But then Cal's going to make a great throw deep to Rob for the touchdown, 14-6. Rob with the great catch. This is the plays we need Cal to make because he's not mobile. Got to get rid of the ball, does he, here for a touchdown.
And he's able to make a great throw with Bobby on him. Even though Rob did get at least one step, Cal was able to put it right where only Rob can get it. Rob was able to come down with it with a catch. That's a touchdown. When Cal is making throws like that, that's when you see that the Generals are a contender. Hopefully, they can keep it going because they need another one here to catch up in this game.
Switch on the blitz is going to stop Joel from a run, which is going to get him a loss. But then Case is going to end up getting blitzed because remember, Raw is a ball now. Case is going to get blitzed, but with a nice pickup block by Milt. Milt with a great pickup. Casey's going to throw deep to Joel, who's going to run it in for the touchdown, 21-6. Casey's showing his little bit of arm strength, not a strong arm quarterback, but he's very accurate. He can get the ball out there when he really has to. Great pass. Joel's been lighting up the lead, 21-6. Joel dedicated the rest of the season for his brother Maj, showing it here and today.
And you see that right now, it seems like this Raw offense can do no wrong. against this general defense that cannot answer. Besides Cecil's interception, they've been very quiet. They haven't been able to do anything against Raw to pressure them on defense. And Casey's been looking like probably one of the best quarterbacks in this league because he hasn't made any mistakes in this game besides that one turnover they had. It looks like they can line up the score if they keep playing like this.
Kyle is going to follow up Casey's touchdown pass with a touchdown pass of his own to Cecil, putting him back in the game, 21-12. Great catch by Cecil, great throw by Kyle. Kyle's second touchdown pass of the day.
And again, now you see Kyle getting in his stride. He's able to put points up again to Cecil. These are the throws that you need to make. Maybe now it's starting to make sense why they put him in besides Pito, because now he's putting the points. Hopefully it's not too late, because now we're getting towards the end of the game. He's putting up points, but hopefully they can take over in this game because Raw's still ahead.
Casey's gonna throw a nice pass to Milt for the game, the nice game. Then he's gonna fake a handoff to Joel and run a few yards and follow it up with a pass to Dre at the 1 yard line. They're in the red zone, they're about to score. Casey's almost picked off by Grell, but unfortunately he doesn't learn from his mistake and throws another one. And this time it's picked off by Cecil, giving Cecil his 8th interception of the year. Definitely off of a quarterback who doesn't really throw interceptions. I believe Casey only came into this game with 3 interceptions, and now he has 2 in this game alone.
And that just shows how well Cecil is playing on defense this year. He's able to read Casey and is able to come up with the ball. That's just all defense right there. Casey could have made a better throw than this, but you can't take anything away from Cecil. He's playing great defense this year.
Kyle is going to follow that up with a nice pass to Rob for the nice game. He's ended up getting blitzed and sacked by Dre. Dre's second sack of the day, and the General's going to try a Hail Mary. It's going to be incomplete. End of the game, 21-12. Raw takes first place in the Eastern Division. Great game by Raw. Unfortunately, Generals can't come away with the win, and we're going to try to get an interview. I think their offense was flat. They had Kyle throwing. He made some throws. He did those 2 touchdown passes, but he got sacked a few times. So what's wrong with Pito? Is Kyle your quarterback? Is Pito your quarterback? Because if you have 2 quarterbacks and you really have none, you know that's my saying.
Yeah, and you love that saying a lot. But I don't know. It looks like they wanted to go with something different. The Generals had a playoff game in another league, and I guess it didn't sit well with them, so they sat Pito down.
Yeah.
So who knows what the reason is? There's a lot of different reasons. Hopefully we get the actual reason from Coach Jose in your coming interview, so we can get some answers already. Because right now, regardless of what decision they made, they came up with a loss, and a loss that they didn't need.
I had a source on the Generals team that told me that Cal is a starter. Once Cal comes back, he's going to start. And we see him start today. Pito is the backup. Pito's our insurance policy. That's basically what they're saying. Now Pito's locked in. They knew what they were doing. Pito left one team, won quarterback of the year, helped his coach win with your Storm coach of the year, to go to a team where they have a starter in front of him. That was not a good idea by Pito. We seen him on the sideline backing up. He didn't look too happy. He looked healthy to me too.
So, do you really think that Cal is going to be the starter going ahead throughout the season?
I think based on this game, they're going to use the injury to sit down and say, we want Pito to throw. I don't think that they want to bring too much light on it, because if that was the case, if Cal was hurt, he was hurt coming in the game. He wasn't hurt leaving the game. He was hurt coming in. Why would you take a chance on him if he's hurt and Pito's your starter? It doesn't matter what he did in another playoff game, because he's still your starter. You still invested into him. So I think once Cal can walk upright, he was going to be their starting quarterback, which we saw him throwing today. I think they're trying to throw us off, throw the meat off with the questions, but they're coming back to the same answer. Why did you get Pito? Did they really think Pito was a quarterback that they wanted, or did they go after Pito because Cal was hurt? That's the question.
Maybe it's a little of both. Maybe if you're able to get a quarterback that can back up your quarterback when he's injured, why not get one of the better quarterbacks last year?
Then why have him start now?
But
what are you doing?
And
then Pito leaves a team where he was successful and have to turn them around to go to a team that he's a backup. Because one thing about Storm, Pito was his guy. He was starting. Now he's a backup. if Kyle is healthy. I don't see Pito coming back to this team next season.
Well, again, we're going to have to wait because all we're doing was speculating. Let's hear it from the actual coach so we can get actual facts. Or whatever answer that they give, we'll have to accept it. We can break them down. We can, make them pay for it by, not giving an honest answer. We'll have to just wait for an interview to see what he says and respond on that.
Well, let's not take that away from Raw's win. Raw's in first place. Casey's been throwing good. He did throw 2 interceptions, was a little bit alarming, and both to the same guy. So that's a little alarming. Joel's their weapon. This team goes as far as Joel could take him. Get this guy the ball in space. He's nearly unguardable one-on-one. And he makes plays. And like I said, Mestre, I hope I'm saying his name right. Definitely a great player. Definitely helps elevate this team to the next level. Because they also got Pito, who's another the used player. And these guys can take this team to the next level. People are sleeping on them. They can make noise. And the situation is Casey cannot make mistakes. These mistakes right here in the playoffs is going to kill you. Can't make these mistakes. If he keeps the interception down, which he's been doing all year, this team's going to be fine.
And I feel that, like we say, this is a quarterback league, so it's all about how far the quarterback takes them. It looks like Casey, besides those 2 interceptions by Cecil, it looks like he's doing well. He's putting points up. He's getting his offense moving. If they can keep this up throughout the season, they'll be sitting pretty starting in the playoffs. So I feel like they just need to keep this momentum up. They can beat any team if they play like this.
All right, we're going to have to see what happens next week. Great win by Raw. Welcome to first place. Next game up, we have Reloaded versus Rep City. And before we talk, we're going to let Dawn tell us who's here and who's not.
For Rep City, Meech and Ra are present and will play with the rest of the team. For Reloaded, everyone is present, but Brian will not play this game due to injury. Back to you, Jay.
Well, Brian's not 100%, and that's definitely not a good look for this Reloaded offense. He does not look like the same player he was last year. He was dominant. He was unstoppable. This year he looks hurt. Sometimes I tend to feel that he didn't make big plays like he usually do, and I think that's why his numbers are dropped because he's playing injured. That's what I think.
I mean, for the first couple games, he did look okay. He has 5 touchdowns this year. In the games that he played, he started to slow down. When he played the Violators, he got shut down. He had 2 passes that he was throwing in his hands, and he dropped 2. So maybe from then he was hurt. Now he's showing real signs that he's hurt. He's not playing the same. And that's going to hurt because I feel like they kind of overdid a little. They kind of went to him a lot. And, you overload anything that you use too much. So obviously, it comes up to him not being as healthy as he should be. And it hurts their offense all around.
And Hood has actually turned it around a little bit. I think he's been more comfortable. I think he's starting to get used to not having B-Dot there to protect him. As you could heard, Dawn said B-Dot is out. He's going to be out for the year. He had successful surgery, but he'll probably be back next year, maybe the following year. All depends on how he heals. We hope for him to have a speedy recovery. But Rep City has a mission. They're trying to get back to the playoffs. They're trying to get to the championship. And hopefully they feel like this is a team that's standing in their way. They want to start to turn it around. They had a big win last week. They're trying to get this momentum going. So we're going to have to see how this game goes. Hood is going to start off with a decent game on a run and picks up the first down. Then Hood is going to throw the D-boy in the gap. Great play by Hood, finding D-boy in the gap on the next play. Then Hood is going to throw the D-boy in the red zone, moving the ball the way Hood usually moves it, running and throwing. But unfortunately, Rep City is going to get stopped. There's going to be turnover and downs, all for not moving to turn the ball over. It's not a good look for your first series.
And it hurts your offense because now you had your drive going, you're getting everybody's confidence up, and right when you're at the door, you can't get through. And that's not a good way to start off on your first drive.
Reload is going to get the ball. They're not able to do nothing. They're going to have to punt, giving the ball back to Rep City. Hood is going to throw a nice pass to Rel in the middle and follow up to a pass to one of the UFL's favorite players, Tess, in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. 6-0, Rep City. Bruce is going to get the ball back for this offense, and Bruce is going to throw it deep to Brian. It's going to be intercepted by Trav, giving the ball right back to Rep City. Bad throw by Bruce, forcing interception by Trav.
And Trav has been another player that's been playing well this year. I think he's a potential all-star if he keeps this up. He's been doing it on both sides of the field. A big pickup by Rep City. They've been looking good so far, and it looked like they're trying to take over this game.
But he's going to follow it up, unfortunately, throw an interception to number 8. And that 2 was...
I think that's T.
T's going to make a great interception here, jumping the route, gets the ball right back. Hood overthrew the ball. It looked like he overthrew the receiver, and to get this one picked off.
What a way to give up a chance to take over in this game, giving Reload an opportunity to get back in this game. That was your chance to capitalize, and you give it right back to him with interception here. This is not something that you need right now.
Bruce is going to get the ball back. He's going to get blitzed by Steve-O for sack by Vic. Great sack by Vic. Vic's been playing well this season, forcing Reloaded to have to punt. Hood is going to throw a bad pass. The interception is going to be dropped by Al, but caught by Michi. What a save. Because it's a bad pass. It should have been picked up by Al, but it's going to be caught by Mitch. They need Mitch every week. Mitch is finally back. He was here in the beginning of the season, missed a few games, but now he's back. Great play by Mitch. But Rep City's not able to capitalize, and they're going to turn the ball over, giving the ball right back to Reloaded. Bruce is going to throw a pass deep to Chad. It's going to be tipped by Trev, but caught by Chad for the touchdown, giving us a 6-6 tie going into the half. Chad has picked up the slack. The guy's been playing great. Definitely should be an all-star, no question. Told me he was going to be an all-star in the beginning of the season, and is backing up his talk.
Yes, and this is him having an all-star year, getting ejected last year. He's playing huge for Reloaded. Taking the slack away from Brian somewhat. They need Chad to play like this in every game.
Crazy's going to have a nice throw to number 12, because now Crazy is in throwing the ball. I don't understand the system. 1 minute they got Bruce, 1 minute they got Crazy. Well, Crazy's moving the ball right now. Next play is going to throw short to Parrish, and then Crazy's going to run for a few yards for the first down, getting it moving. But then he's going to get stopped, turning the ball over, giving it to Rep City. Rep City's going to end up turning it over, giving the ball right back to Reloaded. And on second down, Crazy's going to run the ball to the 5-yard line. Great run by Crazy. This is what he do. He can move, he can run, something that Bruce can't do. And they're going to be the next 2 plays, going to be great defensive plays, and it's going to cause a turnover, giving the ball right back to Reloaded. Great defense, closing up the middle, shutting down Crazy. Great defense by Reloaded.
And this is just them seeing the plays, seeing the passes by Crazy through to his receivers, and just being able to break it up. They were there. Crazy kind of telegraphed those passes. They're able to make plays on it and end their drive in those 2 plays alone.
Rep City cannot get the first down, and they're going to turn the ball over. Crazy's going to get the ball back and throw a deep pass to Malcolm for the touchdown, 12-6. Great throw by Crazy, finding Malcolm. When Crazy's been called in to make the plays, he has made the plays, and Malcolm, a former quarterback, turn receiver, great catch here, 12-6.
It seems like that last drive kind of ended on a sour note, and Crazy didn't like that. He's able to connect in this drive, connected with Malcolm. He doesn't have Brian. He's able to find something else. Crazy's looking good out there, getting the ball, getting points on the board. He's looking good, getting the job done.
Hood is going to throw a nice pass to CeeLo for a nice game. And Hood is going to follow with a pass to D-Boy in the front of the end zone for the touchdown, 13-12. Great play here. Taking the lead back is this Rep City team. The Rep City's up 13-12. Great pass by Hood.
And this looks like this game is going to the wire. They're going back and forth. Good defense on both sides. Offense is getting stopped, but making it up late. Now Rep City gets up by 1 point. So again, we always talk about the extra point being important, and it matters here. Now they're up by 1 point. Hopefully it can stop Reloaded from scoring and take this game for a win.
Crazy's going to get sacked by Victor on his next possession. Victor's playing very great. I hope to see this kid in an all-star game, because he's definitely been playing just like that in all-star. Crazy's going to throw deep to number 18. It's just going to get knocked away. And then Crazy's going to toss it again. It's going to be intercepted by Rel, giving Rep City the win, 13-12. Great win by Rep City. They turned it around. They got on the winning streak. They're playing well.
Yes, and I feel like their guys coming. Now you see Rel making it to this game. Now you see Meach making it to this game after the beginning of the season. They need these guys here, because they're not the same team without these guys here. And I feel like these guys here making plays. Now we're seeing the Rep City team that we remember last year going to the wire against Carver. Now we see a Rep City team that has the heart, has the energy, has the speed to compete with any team out here. And this is 3 games in a row that they won. Now they're coming back and they're playing the Rep City ball that we noticed, that we used to seeing them play.
And we know that it's not looking like the team that we was talking about last year. Brian is hurt. Bruce is hurt. And without that 1-2 punch, there's only so much Shaq can do. But you have a good quarterback in Crazy backing up Bruce. He can put points up. He can do some things that Bruce can't do. Maybe don't have the strongest arm as Bruce, but he's kind of accurate and he can run. And he gives his team a lot of emotion. Chad, same thing. Not a big play receiver like Brian. Not really a big guy who can go get the ball, but he can get the ball in space. So they play receiver different. These 2 quarterbacks play different. They got to turn it around because it's another loss for them. A game that they should have won.
Now they need to do some soul searching right now because now it seems like they're regressing. You know, they're stepping backwards. They started off hot. They've been playing well. They had a big game against the Generals that they end up taking their undefeated record, give them their first loss. Now they're regressing. Hopefully they can fix this because it doesn't look good in these last couple games they played.
And Shaq got to do something. That's one thing I didn't hear this whole game. No Shaq. I didn't hear him make no plays. I didn't hear him do that. And he needs to be more involved in his defense in order for something to happen. But you can't kill him too much. They only gave up 13 points. The reloaded offense hurt because they could not put points up against this kind of weak Rep City defense. Rep City got 2 good corners, but pretty much that's it. But with Meach back now, he actually helps his team go to the next level. Meach plays with the U. He's definitely known, has experience. And now Rep City pretty much holds their destiny in their hands. They got to figure out how far they want to go. Shaq got to take the seed back to the drawing board. There's only a few games left, and you got to figure out who they are and who they starters are. We're going to have to see what happens next week. Next game up, we're going to have Longhorns versus Violators. But let's go to Dawn and see who's not here.
For Violators, Macho makes his return in this game. Fred will reach the game late, so Yomi will start the first half as quarterback. For Longhorns, Sonny will make it late, so Mike will start as quarterback. Nothing else to report. Back to you, Jay.
As you can see, both starting quarterbacks are late. Violators' nut is still hurt. And you're going to have Longhorns coach Raul has been missing for the last 2 weeks. We don't know where he's at, what's going on with that team. Right now, the team Longhorns, they're not what I expected them to be this season. I expected Javon, Mike, Wesley to dominate over the top. I expected Spider, who has been playing good, and Marcus has been playing well. But Sonny has not took that next step that I expected him to take, which is going to cause them to have the record that they have now.
And it's a lot of things that he's not doing right. He's not spreading the ball out. He's not, taking some... Sometimes when he has the opportunity to take shots deep, he doesn't. Or when he does, he's inaccurate. So that doesn't spread the defense out as much as you would want them to. So now, all they have to do is stay short and break up their plays all day. And that's what's been happening. Sonny hasn't been able to get anything going this last couple of games. They need to improve if they want to have anything happen for them.
And the Violators, on the other hand, has been playing well. They're undefeated. They have been under the radar because of Carver's success, but they have been playing as well as Carver. Fred is looking great, looking like the Fred of old. He's playing great so far. Herbie just got on the team. He's been playing really well. Nomar is definitely an all-star in my book. And Yomi's been playing at the same caliber as he played when they went to the championship when he was at tight end. So this team has definitely been playing really well. And the additions of Teo and Dre is definitely a good one. This team is on to move to the next level. Let's see how they make out this game. Mike is going to get the start for the Longhorns. Going to throw a nice pass. Has a nice run for a decent game, but unfortunately, Longhorns going to end up turning over the ball. Yomi's going to get the start at quarterback. He's going to throw the deep ball down to number 11, and then follow up by getting sacked by number 6. Yomi's not really comfortable yet. He's still coming back. Hasn't really been throwing in this league because Fred has been here, but he's showing a little rust. So you can expect him to have a slow start. Then he's going to throw the light in the end zone, but now he's going to drop the ball, turn it over, giving the ball to the Longhorns. Michael, on his second drive, is going to get sacked by Sean. Unfortunately, turn the ball over and down, giving the ball back to Violators. Longhorns not looking good with Mike at quarterback.
and I feel like they weren't ready to have Sonny not show up. Mike is supposed to be one of their main offensive guys on their team, and to have him step in as quarterback, I don't feel that they needed that, and right now it's showing that their offense is slowing down because of it.
Yomi's going to throw a nice back to Teo in the corner of the end zone for the touchdown, giving the Violators a lead 6-0. Great throw by Yomi, find Teo in the corner. That's all they need to do. Find some of these receivers, got a lot of weapons, and you can do as much as Fred do. Yomi also won his team a championship, so he definitely can do it when the bell is rang for him. The quarterback is going to make a run for the short game, and then have a short pass to Robert. Robert definitely, in addition to his offense, showing what he can do if he gets the ball. They're going to give him the ball here. But the Longhorns quarterback cannot reach the red zone, and they're going to turn the ball over on downs, giving it back to the Violators. That's their third possession that they ain't able to score. That's not a good look for the team right now.
And right now, they need their quarterback to do something. Because right now, nothing's going. They're not able to move the ball at all. Nothing is working for them right now. Hopefully, if Sonny's able to get here, they're able to make things happen. Right now, they're not.
Yomi's going to get the ball back. He's going to throw deep to kill Bill, but it's going to be intercepted by Mike. Mike not able to make the plays at quarterback, makes it on defense, gives the ball right back, and that's a big mistake by Yomi, giving the ball back to the Longhorns. Sonny's going to throw a pass, and it's going to be incomplete and take us into the half, 6-0. Not a good look by the Longhorns in the first half, but they're only down 6-0, so they got to be happy about that.
They're able to hold them to 6 points. Hopefully, the next half, they can put points on the board and actually take over this game.
Fred is going to get to start the second half, and he's going to start that up by throwing a deep pass to Herbie, which we see Herbie do something he don't usually do, which is drop the ball. Bad drop by Herbie. Got to bail out your quarterback by making that catch. Fred is going to throw to Yomi on the sideline. Yomi's going to just drop it, forcing the Violators to punt. You can't have your quarterback and starting just get here, get in the game, throw 2 passes, incompletes. Gotta make him help. Gotta give him some help. Forcing the Violators to punt. Not a good offensive save by these receivers, not their quarterback. Sonny's gonna make a nice throw to Robert, Robert's gonna make a nice catch. This is why they brought Robert here. This is why he left Riot to come here. Makes a great catch here. But unfortunately, Sonny's going to do some of the things that you said earlier, throw an interception to Macho. Macho's finally healthy, finally back, makes a big play on the field, picks off Sonny.
And Macho is looking like he's stepping up. He's been out, with an injury earlier this season. He comes in looking like the Macho we remember. He makes a great interception here right when their offense needs it to get back on the field. Great play by Macho.
Fred is going to throw a pass to number 88, moving the ball, but Violators are going to get stopped at the 1-yard line, giving the ball right back to this Longhorns offense. Remember, it's only 6-0. Sonny pass is going to get tipped, and Sean is going to get caught for the interception. It looks like giving the ball back to the Violators. Great play by Sean. Sean is an all-star, doing a little bit of everything, doing another play here.
And this is Sean doing what he's normally done. Day in, day out, no matter what team he's playing, no matter what type of game it is, Sean is doing his job, putting pressure on the quarterback, getting in his face, and making plays like this play here.
Fred is going to make a great pass to Nomar in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Nomar is definitely showing what he can do, trying to get that comeback play of the year. He played last year. He didn't play too good. Turned around this year. He's playing very well. Great touchdown catch.
And this is what you need, guys, to step up when you need to. Nomar came up short last year. He's stepping up now, showing that he deserves an all-star spot above his brother. So now they're competing for that spot. Who knows who can get it, but they're both playing well right now.
Sonny's going to throw short to Mike, who's going to run it for an extra few yards. Then Sean is going to throw low to Mike, but it's going to be a great interception by Mach. That's a top 5 nominee. Great catch by Mach, making his pick, just coming back off the injury list, making a great play here.
And Mach was showing that he had no signs of slowing down. As soon as he got out there, he was looking to play since he's been out for so long. He makes a big play here, showing that he's back and offense needs to watch out.
Violators are not able to do anything, they're going to end up punting. Remember, they're up 14-0. Sonny's going to throw a nice pass to number 9 on the sideline and follow it up with a deep throw to John, which is dropped and almost picked up by Ty. Ty's been playing well this season. Numbers ain't up because he's like a Darrell Reeves. He shuts down the guys, so they're not throwing on his side, so his numbers suffer because of his effectiveness playing defense. Sonny's going to end up throwing a pass to number 9, and the ref's going to say he caught it at the 1-yard line. What do you think?
I think it was close. but they ruled it a catch. It looked like a catch to me at the 1. They thought that he was inbound. They thought that he was past the plane for a touchdown, but they ruled it that he was caught on the 1. So you have to go with that.
Sonny's going to get sacked by Sean to end the game, turning the ball over on downs, ending this game for Longhorns. Violators are going to win 14-0. Great win by Violators. Beating who's in front of them. They didn't score a lot of points, but that's because Fred came late, but they still was able to win this game 14-0.
And they get the job done. They've been under the radar because they haven't been killing teams, putting up points, lighting up the scoreboard, but they've been getting their job done. 14-0 is getting the job done. Fred comes in, he's able to come in and, make plays when it matters. Yomi played and didn't necessarily hurt them playing his quarterback. So everybody did their job. Macho played huge today. So I feel like he gets the game ball with those 2 interceptions today. I feel like he gets the credit for why they won today.
And the Longhorns haven't played the way we expected them to play. They're still in a playoff race because all the teams on the West is going to make the playoffs because Seabrook dropped out. But what does that get you? A first-round game against Carver. You don't want that. You basically want to go a little higher than that. But then if you make the 2nd seed, you make the 7th seed, that gives you a first-round game against Violators. So it's not looking good right now. But I would rather play Violators than Carver. Because at the end of the day, Carver's the defending champs. So Longhorns just got to turn it around. They got to make plays. They got talent on the team. But maybe without the coach, they took a step back. I don't know. This team is just not what I thought they were going to be.
And what I've been saying all season, everything shows up and everything comes back to Sonny. It's all about how he plays. If he plays bad, the team is going to play bad. If he plays well, they have a chance to win. That's all that matters. Sonny has to step up and take over this offense and make plays where it matters because right now they're not going anywhere.
That being said, we're going to have to see how these teams do next week. Next game up, we're going to have Riot Squad versus Reckless. This is the big game. I've been waiting to see this. Both teams have energy. Both teams want to win. And I've been really excited to see this game. Before we talk, we're going to go to Dawn and see who's here.
For Riot Squad, everyone is here and ready to play. For Reckless, Mimi is still out with the injury and will not be present. Everyone else is here. Nothing else to report. Back to you, Jay.
As you see, Mimi's still out. He's hurt. He's been here, but he hasn't really played because he's been injured. But he's made sure he's here to qualify. Definitely not really looking good for Reckless. Bug leads the league in interceptions with 12. And he's just been turning the ball over too much, shooting himself in the foot.
And I feel like that's what hurts. Bug is the main engine, the main cog on his team. The way he plays is the way their team wins. I feel like when he does bad, when he makes bad throws, and their offense is able to move the ball, they come up with losses most of the time. But when his team drops passes, it kind of hurts your quarterback as well. So you got to put the blame all around. They need to figure something out because their offense is really hurting their entire team right now.
And Riot Squad is coming off of a win against House Gangs. We're not going to give them too much points for that. They did have a nice tie versus Browns. So they definitely have talent to win games. But if they can win this will be a big win for them. They really need this win. We're going to jump into the game right now. On 4th down, Ridley's going to throw an interception to Nitty, who runs it all the way back to the end zone. But it's going to be a block on the back, bringing the ball back. Bad block in the back. I don't know if he would have scored without it, but definitely an opportunity thrown away after the interception by Nitty.
And this is a thing that often happens when you're trying to make a play. When you see a guy running back a pick, first of all, it's a good pick by Nitty. He was able to make a play on his seat, Rudy telegraphed that pass and come and take it. But sometimes those points matter when you're running the ball back. That's why you can't afford to make a block in the back like that. It comes back. Hopefully it can still score on his drive.
Reckless is going to end up getting stopped, giving the ball back to Riot Squad. Rudy's going to throw a nice pass to Jay for the first down, and he's going to run for a decent gain after that. Then Rudy's going to throw a pass in the end zone to London, but it's going to end up being dropped, causing a turnover, giving the ball back to Reckless. Bug is going to get sacked by Gigi, and unfortunately, we're going to have Reckless punting the ball to Riot, Riot punting the ball back to Reckless, and Reckless punting the ball back to Riot. On the next possession, Rudy's going to throw a pass to the receiver for the first down. Then he's going to throw a Hail Mary up for the incomplete, taking us into the half, 0-0. We haven't really seen nothing. Both offenses have been inconsistent, 0-0 tie.
and it looks like both defenses are playing hard to keep it to keep the offenses from scoring. They're playing hard. They're making plays. The offense can't get nothing going. Hopefully, we see a different drive with points on the board.
Next series, now Reckless is going to get the ball in the second half. They're going to drive all the way to the end zone. Bug is going to throw to the back of the end zone to Black. The ref is going to call it inbounds. 6-0. Magic is going to pick off the extra point. But we're going to have a 6-0 lead. Bug with the touchdown pass. He also throws his 13th interception in the year with that extra point interception. But he still gets a touchdown pass out. 13th touchdown pass in the year. 6-0.
And right now, that was a good throw to Black. Black just gets his feet inbounds to actually get the ref to call him inbounds. That's an impressive way to stay inbounds. You need that because that's the first points on the board. Hopefully you see more of that.
Rudy's going to run the ball on 4 rush with a nice game. But then he's going to follow up on a run, and the run is going to be stopped by Just. And Rudy's on the next one. Rudy's going to get rushed by Black, who gets through and gets a big hit to cause a turnover on downs on the sack. Look at this hit by Black. Let's just hear it for a second. What a hit. I'm surprised Rudy didn't take off. Black got a free shot at him, and he definitely took advantage of it.
And at that point, I feel like Rudy didn't try to run because he knew he had nowhere to go. I think that was 4th down, wasn't it? They got stopped on that play. So he had nowhere to go. He was trying to make a throw. Unfortunately, he didn't have enough time, and Black was able to make a play right there.
Next drive, remember, Bug is up, 6-0. Bug is going to throw deep to Rico, who falls, and it's going to be intercepted by Pig. That's Bug's 14th interception of the year. Definitely not his fault. Rico falls down, but it goes in the stats, picked off, giving the ball back to Riot Squad. Rudy's going to throw a nice pass to London in the middle and follow it up with a short pass on the run to the sideline, making this go all the way to the 5-yard line after he throws short to Ralph. Rudy's going to pitch to Tone, who dives in the end zone for the touchdown, 7-6. Great pass play to Tone, who's going to score 7-6. Riot Squad jumps back in the lead. Bug is down 7-6. He's going to throw a deep pass to Bishop, and that's going to be incomplete. He's going to follow with a nice pass to Black, and he's moving the ball. Then he's going to end up getting sacked by Gigi. Bad sack by Bug. He's going to have to throw a Hail Mary up on the last play. He's going to be knocked down by Ock. Riot Squad is going to get the win, 7-6. And we're going to see the Riot Squad huddle right now. We'll come back.
Riot Squad football, we got the best team, and we letting it be known. Who are we, y'all?
Riot Squad!
Who are we, y'all? Who are we, y'all? Riot Squad! 1, 2, 3! Riot Squad! 5, 6!
Niggas don't eat right or diet, remember that. Yo, best D in the league.
Right or diet!
Quote that. Best D in the league.
They're hyped. They should be hyped. This is a big win. So now they tie with Browns. They beat House Gang, and now they beat Reckless. Definitely some good wins. This team should feel good about themselves.
And right now, they walked off the field believing that they have the best defense in the league, you know? I wouldn't go that far, but they've been playing hard. They've been making the plays where it counted, and that's kind of what gave them this win right here. Bug could pretty much do nothing on them, and they kept them at 6 points. So there's another game. They kept Reggie to 6 points, and they kept Bug to 6 points. So not to say that they're the best defense out here, but they're playing well, and they're playing effectively, giving their team a chance to pick up wins.
Well, Bug is not going to score a lot of points because he's throwing it to the other team. He has 14 interceptions. He broke the UFL record set by Malcolm last year. That's not a record you want to have. I always told you, Bug is like a Brett Favre. Every great throw he makes, he's going to make a terrible throw. And that's just the quarterback you have, and there's nothing you can do. Until he gets Mimi back, a guy who can really stretch the field, this team is going to struggle offensively. Because they have weapons. He's just not comfortable going downfield to all of it. Prodigy's still playing hurt.
Yeah, he hasn't been looking like he was 100% out there. But one person I have to mention, Bishop was out there. You didn't hear nothing about him. Nothing at all. So that was probably one of the difference makers that you would think will make a difference for Bug, and he hasn't.
And I think it's a bust. They picked him up from Carver. He was making plays on Carver. He gets the records, and he's doing nothing. So Bishop needs to be playing in an organized system, because right now he got on records. He hasn't done anything yet.
Because in all honesty, the last year he played with Carver, he had an impressive year. He had an all-star year. So this is a very big step back for Bishop. You haven't heard anything about him in the last couple of games. Certain games he's not even here. So I'm like, what's going on with him? They need the Bishop the MVP Bishop that we remember back in a couple years back. We haven't seen him. So what happens now? What happens with Bugs with this offense? Bug those 14 interceptions. Something has to be done because it's ridiculous now. And it goes on the whole offense. Passes a drop. He's making bad throws. They're not getting anywhere if they keep this up. Because if they can't win games like this, then you might as well just pack up and end your season now. Because they're not doing anything else.
Well, that being said, we're going to wrap up the show. Hopefully you had a good time. Getters had a bye with a win. And so they're going to have, they got the week off, they got a win. And this week coming up, you're going to have Woodlawn with the bye and the win because Sleepwalkers are not here anymore. So the records are going to be turned around a little bit. Everything's going to be mushed together. Hopefully you'll see the top 5 plays of the week. Ghost will have that up. And right now, like I said, back to it. Ghost is beating me in the votes. But it was just a fun and game thing. You know, we're not in competition with each other, but we love hearing our audience, what they think. And also, you can actually send us questions. If you go to the guest book, and ask questions, we will post the questions up. We will tell you what's going on. As you see, we read Chuck's comment on the show. Any question you want to know, you can leave your name. You can choose not to leave your name. You want to know about what player should go where. You should know what player we think is what. Any question you have pertaining to UFL League, we will definitely answer on the show. So that being said, we're going to wish Macho a speedy recovery. He did say that he is Wolverine, that he's healing faster. He should have the brace in his mouth off by the end of the month, which is amazing. So we hopefully going to have him back on the field. You know, B-Dot had a successful surgery, so that's a good thing. And we're going to wrap up the show with that. You got to say?
No, just hopefully those guys make a speedy recovery. We kind of miss them on the field. Hopefully they can come back and give their team the boost that they need. Even if they're not on the field playing, hopefully they can be there so that they can give their team motivation to play even better.
We should have the All-Star selection next week. If not next week, it'll be definitely week 8. Guys, teams that owe money, got to bring your money in, guys. This is how we're able to do the stuff we do with the money that we get in. We use that to get the All-Star shirts, to get the championship stuff ready, the awards, everything. So definitely everybody should have their money in by now. If you don't, get it in as soon as possible. Call myself, call Tim. Let us know what's going on. We got to get this money in. We're about to take the playoffs time. We don't want to be collecting money in the playoffs. We want to get everything up and going. That being said, I want to thank y'all for being with us today. I'm Stephen J.
And I'm Ghost.
We're going to see you in the field next week. Like I said, I'm better than him. Let's keep it going. God bless, guys. Good night.